Welcome! Have you ever wondered how things like Google, YouTube, Netflix, or even ChatGPT get so incredibly smart? Well, the answer is data. In this explainer, we're going to walk through 33 important data science terms in plain, simple language. Let's begin!
Okay, let's dive into this. 33 terms might sound like a lot, but we're going to break them down into a totally logical journey. We'll cover 1. The basics of data. 2. Collecting and storing information. 3. Preparing and organizing data. 4. Analyzing for hidden patterns. 5. Data management and protection. And finally, 6. The people behind data.
Section 1. The basics of data. The foundational building blocks.
So, let's look closely at these foundational concepts. First up, what are we actually dealing with? Well, data basically means information or facts that are collected for a specific purpose. Think of it as your raw material. Next, what do we do with it? Data science is the process of using that data to discover useful knowledge and actually solve real-world problems. And finally, what does it look like? The types of data include numbers, text, images, audio, and videos. Notice how active this all is, right? We're collecting, studying, and solving.
Section 2. Collecting and storing information. Gathering and keeping data safe.
This sequence is absolutely critical. First, we have data collection, which just means gathering information from different sources, like people, machines, or sensors. Once we have it, it needs a data structure. This is an organized way to store data so computers can actually use it quickly and efficiently. Then comes data storage, which is simply saving that data for future use. And finally, data retrieval is the process of finding that stored data quickly whenever you actually need it.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we contrast the two main places where all this information lives. They sound similar, but they serve completely different purposes. A data lake is a massive storage area for all kinds of raw data. You can think of it like a wild natural body of water. Meanwhile, a data warehouse is a storage system for organized data. It's neatly packaged, cleaned up, and ready for a business to use, kind of like bottled water on a grocery store shelf.
Section 3. Preparing and organizing data. Making information usable.
All right, this is where we really roll up our sleeves. Data exploration means understanding your data before analysis. Really looking closely to spot patterns. Once we see what we're dealing with, we have to tidy up. Data cleaning involves removing errors from the data, like fixing mistakes and filling in missing values. Then we get to the heavy lifting. Data wrangling is preparing that data for analysis by organizing and transforming it. And similarly, data massaging means improving the quality of the data, basically tweaking it into a much better format for analysis.
Let's move along and see how this builds, looking at the tools we use to organize everything. A data set is just a collection of related data gathered for a specific purpose. When we're actually programming, we use a data frame, which is a table for storing data using rows and columns. But before building these, we need a blueprint, right? Data modeling is planning exactly how that data will be organized. And to keep it all flowing automatically, a data pipeline is the journey of the data from its source to its final destination.
To finish up our preparation phase, let's look at how we refine our information into its perfect final form. Data transformation means changing data from one format into another so it's easier to use. Often, we need to pull from multiple places, so data integration is combining data from different sources into one centralized place. And to keep our data completely fresh and up-to-date, delta enrichment is the process of adding new information to existing data.
Section 4. Analyzing for hidden patterns. Finding the magic in the numbers. This is where we turn boring numbers into really powerful insights. Data visualization makes information super easy to understand by showing data using charts and graphs. But to know what to graph in the first place, we need data mining, which is finding hidden patterns in huge amounts of data. The core of all this is data analysis, studying data to answer questions and figure out what it's telling us. Ultimately, applying this to the real world is data analytics, using that data to solve problems and make much smarter decisions.
Section 5. Data management and protection. Rules, safety, and responsibility.
To keep everything running safely, we rely on specific frameworks. Data architecture is the overall blueprint of a data system, detailing exactly how everything is collected and stored. To ensure everyone plays by the rules, data governance outlines the rules for managing data responsibly. And so no one gets confused about what the information actually means, a data dictionary is a handy guide explaining the meaning and purpose of each individual data field.
These next two concepts are absolutely crucial for our future, protecting both the data itself and the people it represents. Data ethics ensures we're using data fairly, safely, and responsibly. And to guard against outside threats, data security is all about protecting our important information from unauthorized access, hackers, and general misuse.
Section 6. The people behind data, the humans powering the AI.
Let's meet the team behind all this. Data engineering involves building the actual systems that handle the data. Without them, there is literally no data to analyze. A data steward is a person who maintains data quality on a day-to-day basis. A data owner is the person responsible for the data, deciding how it should be managed from a big picture level, and finally, bringing the whole vision to life. A data product manager is a person who leads data products to solve real-world problems.
Great job! You've just learned 33 essential data science terms. Every single data scientist, AI engineer, and machine learning expert starts with these exact basics. Keep learning, stay curious, because your journey into the world of data science has really only just begun. So with all these tools now in your vocabulary, what real-world problem will you use data to solve next?